Now I'm gonna jump back over to the chat frame.
Even at like a partial health, that's like the Baba Yaga monster is still CR like
that was
okay,
20,
I should
so
actually.
it's still CR 20.
That was a CR 17 you just fought.
Yeah.
Could you give me 10 more heals back? Because with the parry app, I should actually get double what I rolled.
Done.
So.
Got you. Okay. So here we are in the post game. I know, Jen, you have to go to bed very soon, but this was a very intense session, so I do want to talk a little bit about it for those who can stick around. Yeah?
Yeah.
How we all feeling?
I gotta feel good.
I feel great. No, I feel great.
After round.
I feel great. Calder feels exhausted, but that's because he just burned through most of the spell slots.
Do you see how I created a puzzle for you to solve? Because twice, 3 times, I did not refresh the reinforcement spell, right?
Yeah.
I was throwing so many HP at you, and I wanted you to try to have to mitigate and manage that while still dealing with the incidental damage coming in from Baba Yaga, and also find a way to end the combat. And you all navigated it beautifully. Absolutely beautifully.
Just the boat of HP that those force golems had.
Yes.
Oh man, those dogs, those mastiffs you summoned, like took a lot of hits.
Yeah,
they didn't do much damage, but they soaked a lot of attacks.
Yeah. Same with Beast of El Omen, Rip Good Boy.
Yes, yes. And that's what pets are meant to do, right? You summon them, they take 1 or 2 attacks, they go away, but like I feel like this was a good challenge for, and as I said, I've been crafting this challenge for months. And I feel like this challenge was really well suited to both your strengths and your weaknesses. And I feel like a few dice going different ways, and this could have gone really, really bad. Like, I'm looking at your HP totals right now, and that was very nearly a party wipe. And I did have a plan if it was a party wipe. But, like, holy shit.
I have a raised dead in the tank just in case.
Right, there's that. Oh man,
exhausting.
Yep, it was great. That was a lot of fun.
The wizard, the counterspell.
I love the counterspell, and then I put up the globe of invulnerability to say I'm gonna stop that game.
And it worked, right? She had to start targeting other people because you had that, and she recognized that you had that, and that's, again, excellent.
Well, it's the thing that you can counter from inside the sphere, but she can't.
Counter
unless it's 6 or higher, she can't counter your counter.
And there's no way she was going to burn a 6th level counter.
Yeah.
Not with how aggressive she was being.
Yeah.
Oh man, I enjoyed wasting her time in the rave zone.
Wasting Baba Yaga's time was definitely coming in clutch. I loved the counter. Yeah,
and locking her down was the thing, right? You lock her down until she's out of spell slots, and then you nuke her. And like, oh man, so good, so good.
Vitriolic Sphere, I deeply love.
I wanted to hit Baba Yaga just once.
I know you did, but
I like that 25. I only got to use that 25 once, and like I had plans for it.
And to be clear, Maven, if I had dropped you and still had another attack, I would have taken that attack and forced the 2 saving throw failures. Like I was out for blood. I was 100% ready to kill player characters in this fight.
But
it would have been fucking ironic if it had been me again, who's the only one whose player character would have been killed.
The only person who dropped was the one with the parry after wound closure, so the only one that was never going to roll a death save.
Yeah.
Well, right, except unless they were forced, right? 2 attacks after she was unconscious, and she would have been dead.
Yeah.
But if they had hit,
it never
need to hit.
Yeah, it never got to that place, right?
Yeah, and so then that's the tank still doing tank shit.
I like too that she was still hasted even while unconscious, so she's on the floor just vibrating.
Like just skittering slightly across the floor.
Oh, again, really fucked up coma dreams.
Yeah.
No, I've got this like great image that like I'll never be able to like put it like down, but maybe I can impress enough upon you and your just your version of ADHD and hyperfocus, and literally have you do like the part where, like she's like down and like sparkles, wakes up, fireball, ice ball, bam, bam, down again.
Just robot. Like, gets up again, robot.
Wakes up. What hit me?
So
the fireball missing you was important.
Yes, that really was.
Or bolt.
The 2 nat 20s to resist Baba Yaga.
That was oh,
that was so good. That was one of the funniest natural roll d20s I've ever seen. Right up there, and frankly, right up there, right next to the double 20s on a disadvantage check.
Yes.
Yeah, what was that?
That was also a thing that happened.
I had never seen that before. Mathematically speaking, I'm unlikely to ever see it again.
I don't know. I'd say we've had more than 400 rolls in our campaign, but yes.
Absolutely. That said, I still need to check the box off of the double ones on the advantage roll. Haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, man.
I've seen it in real life, not in this game.
Incredible, friends. Incredible. So, as I said, I have been prepping this session for months. So I have to know, was it worth the wait? Was this encounter something that was a satisfying thing for you all?
I have one question before I answer that, though.
Yeah.
Are we going to get a nap after that?
That depends on what you decide to do next, right? That
Fair enough. Then I did have fun.
Oh man, this was very, very fun. Jumping back into just this wild magic combat was amazing.
Oh, and I felt like because I'm sitting here going, I have no magic.
Especially since we've got this has been a very combat light module
so far. Yeah.
We had one incomplete combat encounter, and that was it. Like every other chamber,
it's all been puzzles and social and exploration up to this point. Yeah.
The one other there was the incomplete combat. There was my fight with the black pudding in the kitchen, which was just on my initiative. I win.
Dell was just fucking obliterating people. I think you're finally getting along with Fiend Claw.
Yes.
Yeah, the erasing monster out of existence and then just deliberately just going, come at me, bro, was hilarious. I love that tactic so much.
Yeah, because pulling someone through an area of effect is that's tactics 101, right?
Yeah. You mix that with stuff like compel duel. It's and command come, and that's great.
And you didn't feel like Tasha was overpowering you or making you feel like you didn't have agency?
Well, I mean, I was trying to hear what M thought of the fight.
M.
I'm good right now, actually. I don't have any comments as it is.
Fair enough.
I'm currently trying to deal with an immediate reaction that I had to comments in the middle of stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Why don't we, since I know Jen has to go to bed pretty quick, why don't we go ahead and jump to our end of post game and talk about what we liked the best and who we think gets inspiration. And we're going to start with Jen because Jen has to go to bed first. What was the thing that you had the most fun with tonight, and who do you think gets inspiration?
I actually had the most fun listening to all these really crazy rolls and shit. It's like I did a few things, but I wasn't that really wasn't where my entertainment value was coming from this. And I mean, I was the lone non-magic user in basically an entire thing full of magic. So it's fair. And I'm not mad about it at all. It's Maven. This is literally how it was going to go for her. Huh? It's understandable. I wish that maybe I hadn't been taken down, but
so often, yes.
I'm alive. I'll take that, But I'm gonna go with the inspiration in this case. I think shit, like everybody did so good. My first instinct though is really gonna be Charlotte, like just fucking with Baba Yaga. That was just all of it. All of the fronting was so good.
The looks on your faces when Baba Yaga, the simulacrum, when it was introduced, the looks on your faces were priceless. It was amazing.
So yeah, I would say my vote is Charlotte, because I would just like.
Let's go with Jeff next. What was the part that you had the most fun with, and who do you think gets inspiration?
Debuting Vitriolic Sphere was a lot of fun. It's a high damage spell that uses D4s. I love it. It works really well with my Elemental Mastery because it's a 1 in 4 chance of increase of pushing the damage up as opposed to the 1 in 6. So it has like a more statistically valuable place. And and cascading damage is always fun. It's like, I did the numbers, it does do more damage than the acid ball, but it feels different. I like it. It's like I have enjoyed the progression of Calder casting steadily more powerful acid spells.
Yeah, pretty good.
That was what I had fun with. My vote for for who I think deserves the most is M. Dell definitely came clutch with dealing with the demons, because yay, finally doing Fiend Claw's job, and also putting up with Fiend Claw, which is not a small feat in and of itself, and also just being the one that pulls up Maven twice. It did not do nothing. Definitely was a powerful factor in the combat. I want to go recognize.
Yeah. Like a dedicated healer is almost a waste, but that's not what Dell is, right? Dell has the healing capability, but also has offensive, defensive, and utility. Like, Dell is the whole package. And I gotta say, by the way, speaking of Fiend Claw, I have been waiting to use that particular line for a while, because I felt like of all of the Fiend Claw lines I have come up with, that's the one that I was really looking forward to using.
I've submitted my own suggestions. So
you have, and they are on the docket, believe me. M, what was a thing you had particular fun with, and who do you think gets inspiration?
I had fun when Baba Yaga was pulling the curse out of Charlotte.
And Charlotte was like resisting and resisting and resisting. So good.
And just the nat 2, nat 20 staring at him.
Yeah.
You got to roll a 20.
I think I was constantly disappointed with the fact that Maven was directly before me.
Yeah, the initiative didn't quite work out perfectly, unfortunately.
I tried when Maven got her first turn to say something to convince Maven to just drop 1 point down in initiative. But she rolled before I finished saying what I was gonna say, or she didn't hear me or something.
Did not hear you. No, I did not.
I went, hey Maven, wait, and then you rolled.
Sounds like Maven.
It happens, yeah.
And it was just like, that probably would have changed everything.
Yeah, because Maven would have gotten more attacks. Yeah.
You did keep me alive.
Also true.
The reason I still have a character.
But you could have had the first round of Crusader's Mantle.
I could have had a lot of things, but I'll take being alive.
The extra pile of radiant.
Not been alive. I would like to have a character that stayed alive.
Oh no. Well, yeah, but it's just one of those things of like, oh, that could have gone differently.
Yeah.
Or like, even if you had gone down, that way I would have been able to pop you up so you could do something on that turn.
Yeah.
that is the way it happened. It's
And these are the kind of enemies that would have continued to attack Maven while she was down, like if they had gotten the chance. So like, but yes, like it would have been better if you had been able to pop up and actually deal some damage after Del healed you, right? Like
oh yeah. And I had those plans. I did. I just that only 40 it wasn't enough to really protect me, and I just wasn't conscious enough to drink that goddamn potion of greater healing or use my second wind. Because I was gonna like drink that before I even stood up. Like I was even like, maybe I can hit them while I'm prone.
Yeah. Well, if you don't care, then I don't care. So
it was good.
Whatever.
The remembering that we can actually choose to drop our own initiatives is something that we should use in combat more often.
Did not know that at all.
Yeah.
Like, that's a rule I did not know.
Yes,
and
you
so
can always delay your turn.
I did not hear that, did not realize that.
Totally.
Emma's right. That is a tool that we probably should use.
And then inspiration for folks.
Myself.
I honestly agree, because you killed it tonight. Gail, why don't you go ahead and finish us out?
I had a lot of fun with the difficulty of Swoops being killed mid-combat. It hasn't happened before. We've had combats where Swoops wasn't there from the beginning, but being killed mid-combat has not happened yet in this campaign. And the added thing of like, oh, she's not going to be firing off lightning bolts or shatters because she doesn't know where everybody else is now, is like kind of like 80% of the reason why I made this character is like the interesting challenge of how do you navigate this system when you don't have line of sight. So,
and in case it wasn't obvious, she made a concerted effort to take you out of the fight, right? Through the curse and through taking out Swoops. Like she was trying to get Charlotte out of the fight from the beginning. Charlotte
took all of that attention as a positive towards doing well on her interview, and
was 100% ready and willing to tell you to fight your friends if the werewolf thing had gone through, because not only would you have been taken out of the fight, but you would have been put back into the fight as an enemy, and you would have had to attack your friends. And that would have been a whole different fun thing, but it ended up not working out that way because you rolled really well on those saves.
I did have a plan B in case that did come to pass, but I'm happy it didn't.
And Tasha has Force Cage as well, but like, yeah, good stuff.
And like, Charlotte making melee attacks is not actually something you have to be worried about.
Right, but you would have the werewolf stats at that point.
He's still at disadvantage to hit anyone.
Anyway. Yeah, that's right. Still a blind werewolf. So.
Blind werewolf. Anyway, I really had fun with that added challenge in the second half of the fight. Like I said, it's kind of the reason I made this character with this limitation, and so it was fun to like flex the thinking around it. And I'm gonna give my shout out for inspiration to Calder, who with a lot of those like mapping out those different circles of areas of effects, I feel like you really, every time you pulled out something new, it shifted the tempo of the fight, and that was really fun.
I mean, you three were clutch. Like, all three of you were like,
you were
fucking awesome. I was a damage sponge. That was
you were a tank. You weren't DPS.
I was the tank. Even unconscious, I was the tank. So I'll take that. But you guys were doing some cool ass shit. Like
this fight is what
shit. That was, you know, but the thing is that's really where you guys, this is where your characters were kind of made to shine anyway. Like, and that's what I love about it. Like, and you three shined in three different ways, but it brought out like the personality of both you and your character.
Yeah.
As you played. So like, honestly, if I could give all three of you inspiration, I would have. I said Gail first because that was the first name that came to my mind, but like, honestly, like all three of you, because like like what Del was doing and like all of the shit that was going on, it was really cool. Like, it was really entertaining to listen to and watch and like be a little bit of a part of.
Yeah,
but
Rob,
Maven
your encounter was amazing.
Maven came into this as just kind of a side thing. So I think that like Maven will be, I guess, a little upset she never got a chance to hit at Baba Yaga. She kind of wanted to clang the big simulacrum, although she realized that it's not Baba Yaga at the same time. But she came in for an adventure, and she's getting the adventure.
You'll hit the real one day.
She's gotten that, yes.
It's like she came to basically be back up to you guys, and so I feel like she's doing her job, right? She's doing her job. I think it would be different if this were someone like Kretha or somebody like Clarion, but Maven's personality has always been like it's up, it's bubbly, it's out, it's taking care of other people. And in some ways, it is naturally subsumed by the needs and wants of others. She's a mother.
Yep.
That has been her main job for a long time. And so it's not something she can really easily escape, I feel like, as her destiny out on a road. Like, she's out here, but she didn't necessarily go out here to make a name for herself. She went out to have that adventure that she never got to have.
Well, I mean, dropping 3 times is a part of adventuring. So
no, it's like she's gonna be like,
punched it hard on that one.
Oh yeah, like no, like she's gonna be coming out of this, so she's gonna be like having to ask like how the fight, like
dangerous.
This is going to be an interesting kind of.
You're only out for a few seconds at a time. You're good.
So
I've got a hard head. It's fine. But you know, her beard is like all singed off from like the thing, and like she's got the hole in her bonnet now, and
for me,
she doesn't have any of those mending spells.
My favorite part of this session was actually prior to the combat. I really enjoyed role-playing Tasha in a conversation with you.
Oh no.
And because I know what has happened? Okay.
You cut out there a little bit.
All right.
I really enjoyed.
I really enjoyed playing as Tasha, and I really enjoyed the conversation that we had, because I knew all of you as players well enough so that I could have Tasha say the things that she would psychically know would be the things to get you to open up. Right? She walked up to Maven and said, "You're very unsettled by this place," and left it at that. And then Maven began to talk. And it's the overwhelming personality of this witch that makes you want to do what she asks, that makes you want to respond to her, that makes you want to answer her questions. And it feels like we've gotten to know each other so well that I could almost sort of manipulate things out of character to get you to do the things that Tasha, being way smarter than Rob is, could get you to do in character. And it was a very good conversation. The combat was almost secondary to me. I wanted to know, why are you here? What are your goals? And like, that part was really intense to me, and I really enjoyed that. The combat was amazing too, but like, that was my thing.
That would have been way worse with Kretha though. Holy shit. Like, that would have been hard for Kretha.
Just codifying it down to a single sentence was really interesting, because Calder behaves like the mercenary. He behaves like the rapscallion, but he's loyal to people he likes, and so that's how that's his guiding light.
And one more thing. First off, after a fight like this, I can't do anything other than give inspiration to everybody. I gotta give inspiration to all of you, so go ahead and refill that star on your sheet, and the next time you take a long rest, you're gonna go ahead and level up. So be ready for that as well. We're gonna go ahead and end it there. We're gonna do one quick go around with folks telling us how you can be contacted and how you can be followed, and then we're gonna go ahead and end it. This is a perfect, nice session. I think we had a really good time. Let's go ahead and start with Gail. Where can people find you and follow you?
I have a Tumblr. It's A Measure of Separation. It's misspelled, but I'm sure live time me is putting it in the chat. It's where I put fanfics and animatics and just unhinged rambling about D&D in this campaign, so check it out.
Em, where can people find and follow you?
I am on all of the places as One Silver Key. If it's One Silver Key, it's probably me.
I like that phrase. That's really good. Jeff, where can people find and follow you? I know you're doing some things, but like
I'm doing a lot of things and I'm moving right now, so that's fun. But you can usually find me on my on online stuff. I do respond to messages, so I don't mind. They're fine. But they're on TikTok and all the places really, because I've been changing my name everywhere. Is at Still Tired and Angry.
still an incredible name. Still very glad that you were able to find it. Yeah. And finally, Jen, who is up way past her bedtime.
It's 1:17 in the morning.
Where can people find and follow you?
I still gotta do all of that. I did feed the rats, so they're all taken.
Where can we find you? Where can we enjoy your art?
Okay, so this is kind of a special thing. So not really my main stuff, but what I would like everybody to do, if possible, is I do have my piece of art up for public voting for the rare disease rare art competition. That'll go through the 20th of November. So there's still some more. So the link is going to be
we'll put the link in chat as this is happening live. We'll go ahead and put it in there.
Yeah, in chat, and you could maybe like pop it in like under me on like the screen or something. But yeah, it's you know, it's every I had it right in front of me too, and you said something and I scrolled. everylifefoundation.org/rare -artist/voting. And you're looking for Jennifer Winterrose. It's totally a painting of my head, and I'm eating pills out of a frog bowl. So it's important. It's for rare disease advocacy. The artists that win out of the 2010 get to go to Washington, D.C. to continue their advocacy. So vote for learning more about rare diseases.
And you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Blue Sky at Math Demigod. You can find the VODs for this very show over at youtube.com/gamingmathematically. Friends, thank you so much for watching. This has been a labor of love for us for so long. We've got a few more episodes to go before we are done with our campaign. So please do stick around, and we'll see you next time.
Mwah.